My 2025 Chase strategy. Yes, Chase is kind of moving over this year. What's up guys, Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles, and today I want to discuss how I'm going to be using Chase cards in 2025 and why Chase is moving into the secondary position in my setup. I'll talk about each card I currently hold and the changes I'm going to be making and how I'm going to use each of those Chase cards moving forward. And I'm going to keep it real. I am LOL 24 and I won't be under Chase 524 probably ever. If you're new here, I talk about credit cards, points, miles, cashback, and travel. If you're interested in that type of stuff, consider becoming a subscriber. And if you get any value at all out of this video, slap that like button for me and the YouTube algorithm. With all that out of the way, let's get started. Okay, so first off, I've never been the biggest Chase fanboy, and I've never really focused on Chase as a primary setup besides the last few months. With that being said, I highly value Chase UR points, and I think they are definitely top 2 in the game. They're either 1A or 1B, depending on how you do your business, with Amex being its top tier counterpart. So let me first go over my Chase arsenal, and I'll briefly explain how I use each of these cards currently. I'm also one of those guys that really takes advantage of business cards, and one reason is Chase has such great business cards, but there are also other advantages that might be outside the scope of this video. I'm going to start with my personal Chase cards, and I only have 2. I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve that was changed from a Chase Sapphire Preferred last year. I've been using this CSR as my primary dining and travel card, and I really think this is a big league card. It also, however, comes with a big league annual fee of $550 and another $75 for an authorized user. I've used this card for all my travel, including Ubers, Lyfts, planes, trains, and automobiles because it earns well and it comes with world-class travel and purchase protections. I think it's one of the best cards out there, but as you see later in the video, it may not be the best card for me. My other Chase consumer card is the Amazon Prime card. Let's keep it real. That card does not have a fee and it earns 5% on Amazon and Whole Foods purchases, and everyone should probably keep this card forever. A couple times a year, this card will get some extra 5% temporary categories that make it even more valuable for you cashback lovers. Spoiler alert, this card will stay probably forever. Now on the business side, I've acquired a few Chase business cards. One reason is they have really great UR point earning bonuses, but I also think they're great cards just to hold. Let's talk about them. I currently have 2 Chase Unlimited cards, and if I am super honest, I don't use these cards for anything right now. One card I got basically just for the bonus, and the other was previously a Chase Ink Preferred that I downgraded once I upgraded to the CSR. This saved me $95 on annual fees, and it really just acts as a placeholder. Nothing to report on the Ink Unlimiteds in their current state. I also have 2 Chase Ink Cash cards. Again, these both earn amazing sign-up bonuses, but I do use these cards. Their use case does change at times, but the cards earn 5 times UR points on cell phone bills, cable and internet bills, and at office supply stores. And yes, I do shop at Staples somewhat frequently. I feel like this no annual fee card is one of the strongest pound for pound cards in the entire game. A lot of this is the strength of the UR points and the fact that it has no fee. So 5 times on consistent spend that I do anyway, that's some great earnings. The final Chase card I hold is the IHG Business Premier card. Pretty easy to describe this $99 annual fee card. It more than makes up for its annual fee for me. I stay at IHG properties, and this card does give me a free night annually. It makes the 4th night free on award bookings, and it gives me platinum status. So guys, for me, this is an easy win. I used my Chase cards really as much as I could in the past year or so, and I found that I can earn much more using the American Express ecosystem. So I don't want to spend time talking about that. Just know that Chase is going to be moving into a secondary position, but I still want to earn UR points. So how am I going to move this setup towards a leaner, meaner earning machine? Well, here goes. I'm just going to go down the list and go over any changes and why. First things first, remember I said the CSR was a top tier, amazing card. Well, it is, but I'm not going to be using it as my primary travel and dining card any longer. And so many of the benefits of this card, they overlap with others. So I'm going to cut down on the annual fees. See, in my opinion, this card has some major benefits, and that is the travel protections. It earns a powerful currency, and it has lounge access. So for me, I have other cards that have great protections and lounge access, so that leaves UR points earning potential. So when the annual fee comes due on this card, I plan to product change it to a Chase Freedom Flex. The Freedom Flex has no annual fee, and it earns 5 times on rotating categories. Now, I am absolutely not a fan of this style of earning. I don't want to keep track of rotating categories, but I do also have to admit, with my wife also holding the Chase Freedom Flex, I can potentially out-earn other cards certain times of the year. During the 5 times grocery, I can use these 2 freedoms to spend $3 grand in 1 quarter and earn quite a few UR points that, remember, I still value. Same with dining, same with maybe gas. For me, it's more about lowering my total annual fees and the ability to earn more UR points easier. Now, one thing I would also be losing in this situation is the ability to redeem UR points at 1.5 cents per point. I only have maybe 1 redemption where that might be beneficial, and I'm hoping to be able to execute that before the product change. So CSR, goodbye for now, but one great thing about Chase is the ability to downgrade and upgrade when it makes sense. So I would expect to probably see the CSR back at some point. We talked already about the Amazon card. It stays put. No real competitors, in my opinion, to this card. Now, let's look at my business suite of cards, and let's not forget I still need a card that will give me the ability to access the Chase transfer partners. The Chase Ink Cash, those cards, they're going to stay put, both of them. They have spending caps on the 5 times categories, and someday I would really like to be in a position to reach those caps. So holding 2 of them is a good idea for me. So no change with the pound for pound champs. I honestly don't have much use for an Ink Unlimited card, but I definitely want to keep one of them alive just in case I someday move to full Chase fanboy mode. But the second Ink Unlimited, that's going to be product changed to a Chase Ink Preferred. See, I prefer the Chase Ink Preferred over the Sapphire Preferred because of the earnings. I don't really care about the benefits from this $95 card, but I like the fact that it earns 3 times on a very broad travel category, as well as advertising, which is something I may get into at some point. And this card also earns 3 times on cell phones, which is less than the Ink Cash, but the Preferred carries cell phone insurance. And I think that makes for a very valuable option if and when I move on from what I'm using now. The IHG card, yeah, that one will stay. I really love that free night as a one-off affordable option. I'm actually using the free night in Denver at the Indigo for a Nuggets game really soon. Very convenient for a quick father-son overnight trip. So guys, there you have it. I am one of those players that recognizes the power of UR points and the Chase ecosystem, but my spending and my travel habits kind of lean towards American Express. I still want to earn UR points, so I will move Chase into the second position, and I'll use my patented just give me the points strategy. I won't be using very many of the great perks and benefits, but I'll still be able to access the transfer partners and take advantage of temporary promotions. Obviously with Chase, Hyatt is a great option, especially for times when I need a suite or an all-inclusive. Aeroplan, Flying Blue, and any Avios are my other favorites to use, especially for that international business class flight. Now listen guys, I have no shame this year in mentioning my Chase referral links in the description below, because those referral links actually keep this channel going, and they allow me to make videos without any or much sponsored content. So if you would like to help me to continue to bring you content, please consider using the links in the description below. And if you have used them in the past, I sincerely thank you. Any feedback or advice on these changes, please feel free to comment below. And if you have stayed around all the way to the end, I thank you and I appreciate every single one of you.